the day that I'm having, and I bless them and, keep going. So, I just have to always think about that. Like if you see an accident and you get mad because you're being slowed down, your day could be worse. So
Well, you got slowed down, so you weren't the one in that accident.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You talk,
And
I got to let the dog out. He's scratching at
okay,
the door.
as an ex-truck driver, I've seen a lot of accidents. I've driven up on things and seen things that would horrify most people. But there's lots of times where I swear, there was an angel hanging off of each mirror, going, Yahoo! Because it's just like, man, there's so much happening. But if you protect yourself energetically, then those angels are going to, throw something in the road. I call it the white rabbit effect, where all of a sudden, traffic slows down for no reason, but all of a sudden you weren't in that spot where a semi truck went through the intersection and you would have been dead. That all this stuff does come together. But I did want to bring this image up to share with people. 1 quadrillion resident viruses in every human body. There's 10 trillion human cells, and that's that little red spot here. There's 90 trillion microbial cells in your body, because every cell in your body is built by biology. It's maintained by biology in your entire system. It's the biology that's making your stomach acid. It's the biology doing all these different things in our bodies every single moment of every day. And the only time you heal, guys, is when you're asleep. Other than that, your biology is running the organism. And when you go to sleep, it can actually switch and repair the organism. It's like the downtime at the factory where the mechanics come in and go, oh, we got to tighten this belt and change this chain. That's why sleep is extremely, extremely important. And never go to bed mad. Release that energy before you go to sleep, because that anger is going to hold you back and slow things down, and you don't want that. It's the old saying, for your spouse, you don't go to bed angry at your spouse, you work it out. That's one of the things, whether you're alone in the world in your own apartment and you had a bad day, release that energy, learn from the mistakes, learn from what's happened, but release it. You don't need to hold on to that, and go to sleep with a joyful attitude of, oh, I made it another day. I'm going to get a beautiful sleep. I'm just going to heal all night long.
It's all so circular, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it's like, where does it start and where does it stop? And, from soil to human to animal and all the way back around. And each cycle, I think, just keeps feeding itself. And I did a video today that I'll post on YouTube a little bit later tonight when I have a minute, but I had on the counter all the food that I have for the week that I'm using for the detox. And the reality of the food that was on my counter is that it's how I eat all the time. And so I was like, I'm like, people want to make this, they want, or I think they expect that becoming healthy is this giant, heavy lift. It's complicated. It's not fun. It's boring. It takes too much time. It's too expensive. And there's all these excuses. And so you'll see the video later where I'm like, okay, I did 6 pounds of chicken thighs, and I organic, of course, and I marinated them overnight. I cooked them. Half will go to the office, half will stay here. So I always have some kind of like good protein at my office during the week. I had nuts and seeds. I'm looking at the counter because I'm stimulating my brain. Nuts, seeds, fruit. I was like, okay, the easy way. I bought a big bag of organic broccoli. like already in, cut up so that I could just grab a handful and throw it in a pot and steam it. I got a container of organic arugula. So it's easy. It's so easy to be healthy, and food is delicious. And so again, when people are like, I can't start detoxing now. It's not the right time. I have a party. I don't care if you have a party. Eat 5 days of real food and then go to your freaking party. Like, why do we have to stay in this biologically destructive phase because we have a party coming up in 2 weeks, or you have a cruise coming up next month, and so you can't start getting healthy today? Life is life. And I think for anybody that's heard me speak before, I always say, like, hey, I love a good party, and I love a great night out, and I love a great dinner with friends. But I'm not going to sacrifice the other 90% of my life to have a night out with my friends. I'm going to live 90% of my life super healthy so that I can go enjoy an indulgent meal like I did on New Year's Eve.
Well, I have a question on that counter of food. I really think that there's probably 3 or 4 cases of pop, and case or two of potato chips, and isn't that food?
It's food like substance.